All right, everybody, this is Dr. Norbert. Just give me a minute here. Bonus stream. Just randomly had time to do this last stream, one of the last matches from the Sweet 16 round of MCP TTS League Season 11. And we have a wonderful game here. Raine from Canada. And I'm just going to say hello to him here. And Polar, who's from Denmark, if I'm remembering correctly. We're going to be streaming here tonight. I'm desperately looking for a co-host because it was a very, very last minute. But I'm here alone. So we're going to try it alone. If somebody decides to ring me up, maybe I'll throw rotating some guest hosts through there. Who knows? All right, let's get rolling since the boys are ready and take a look at these rosters. On Raine's side, we have Beta Ray Bill, Bullseye, Dr. Voodoo, Hulk, Juggernaut, oof, Taskmaster, ooh, second time we've seen Taskmaster now. What's going on? Shadowland Daredevil, Rhino, Luke Cage, and Kingpin. Wow, okay, so interesting criminal syndicate list, I'd imagine. And then on the Polar side, we've got Mystique, Lizard, Kingpin, Toad, no, Hood, sorry, Bullseye, Red Skull 2, Rhino, Shadowland Daredevil, Ulik, and Winter Soldier. Wow. Maybe double crims. Let's see if he took Deception. Sacrifice is restricted. No Deception, because it's restricted now. Instead, he took Patch Up and Sacrifice. Polar won priority and took Extracts. And let me say that we're done. We've seen your rosters. You can go. What threat? Let's see what the threat is tonight. And let's take a look at the crises then. So Polar, who we just looked at, picked, what was it? Extracts. So that extract turned out to be mutant extremists. So this is the 6 senators that are quite close in the middle of the board. And if you're holding one, you can only make 1 move action per turn. And you can only have 1 at a time. The secure is going to be a B map. And this is Infinity Formula. This is where you have the 4 points. And if you stand next to them, you gain an extra power. Map tonight comes from Pat. ATP Pat, one of his urban maps called Street Fight. Let's go ahead and take a look. Good news as well. As of today, I managed to find the two players we needed to fill up Team UN. So Team UN is complete, and I'm extremely pleased to say that the 5th person actually was a Canadian. Somebody I've been hoping to come as an ambassador to the WTC, and he got the ability to come. So that's the 5th person, and one of the people from the London meta is going to come as well, and that's the 2 people who we needed. So full 32 teams and a full Team UN. Couldn't be better. October is going to be a massive, awesome event for everybody involved. Right, so they're going to go ahead and check out their rosters now. Let's take a look at this board. So here are the secures, the bottom 2 here, top 2 here. And then these are the 6 senators. And this is a notorious crisis, this extract, because a lot of people are using Mystique's leadership in Brotherhood to kind of like take all of the 3 on the opponent's side as well as their own and not get too vulnerable because of the way they can have some opening moves. I don't know if that's still as popular as it once was, but I know that it's a thing. But these guys aren't playing those types of lists, so it's interesting to see how they're going to play it out. And whether they're going to go Kingpin or Daredevil, that's going to be really interesting as well. We've got the dumpling restaurant here, size 4, size 2 dumpster, size 2 hot dog stand. Pagani's Ale House here, size 5 map, all right. Size 2, cars, Gronko size 3, Gunner's Den, size 4, and size 3. So lots of heavy terrain on this board, actually. Pat, what are you doing to us? And let's see, Polar 1, right? So Raine picked the size and put the size 5 house into the deployment zone of Polar. So, hey, let's see how that works out. Welcome, everybody. Glad to see you in the chat. I know it was a big surprise, but I wanted to get it in there, and I had some time, and so I wanted to see some more high-level MCP. So I'm glad you're with me here tonight. We got somebody from France here, Poulet. He was in the running for a little while. Rice Man, hello, hello, hello. And who else? Let's see who else is here tonight. Oops, no. Um, my buddy Mid Table Obscurity. Peter, good to see you here tonight. And Joe Manji. Joe Manji just came off his big win yesterday. Liam, come stream with me, buddy. If you got time to stream with me, message me and I'll ring you into this. And we've got a bunch of Canadians who are in the chat. Liam's got a game at 8. Bummer. All right. Thanks anyway. We'll see what we can do here alone. Maybe I can manage this with just the folks in the chat tonight. All right. Looks like the rosters are being put up. Let's take a look at Raine from Canada. And what did he bring? Boop, boop, boop. Luke Cage, Bullseye, Shadowland Daredevil, Rhino, and Kingpin. All right, so we'll have to ask him after the deployment which is his leader for today. Cards are Mission Objective, Patch Up, Brace, This is a Robbery, and Heroes for Hire. Okay, not terribly unusual cards here. Maybe perhaps Mission Objective. We'll see. Then on Polar's side, we have Shadowland Daredevil again, Kingpin, okay, Lizard, Rhino, and Bullseye. Wow, not terribly different from one another. This is really interesting. So what's the big difference? Rhino versus is not Rhino. Sorry. Lizard Man on one side and Luke Cage on the other side. Both with similar kind of roles. Both extremely tanky, and well, that's the important one. Lizard's got a bit more mobility because of his medium base, but Luke Cage has his taunt ability and also Heroes for Hire. Interesting. And the split of cards is a bit different, although both have Mission Objective and Patch Up. And I didn't get to look at. Oh, sorry, I skipped over. I got so excited about the characters, I skipped over Polar's tactics choices. He took Okol according to plan. This is a Robbery. Shadow Organization, a card that I've fallen in love with. I use this card all the time now, and it's great. Patch Up and Mission Objective. So a number of cards that are the same. This is a Robbery, which you'd expect. Patch Up, Mission Objective, they share as well. So the difference is Heroes for Hire on Raine's side, which makes sense with Luke Cage, and he took Brace. Whereas Polar went hardcore Criminal Syndicate with All According to Plan and Shadow Organization. So interesting choices. All right. Let us go ahead and set up those boards so we can see it all nicely. All right. Those buildings are going to be a bit annoying tonight, but we'll try to manage it with clever camera angles. Yeah. It's going to be a little rough. Well, hey, it should be all right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let me go wet whistle here. Oh, that's good. Whew. Hope everybody's had a really nice weekend. Sunday night here currently in London. Had a nice time with the family. And now get to relax a little bit with some MCP. Just messaging some people. Maybe they could jump in. Maybe not. We shall see. But in the meantime, we're going to see what these guys are doing. Really interesting. And luckily, these are two factions that I happen to know very well. Let's see here. Okay. Back to the match. I'm going to actually do overhead view while they're doing this so we can see what's going on. Hey, Poulet was just back from London. Ah, too bad. It would have been nice to say hello. All right, who's down so far? We've got on Polar side, Bullseye on the far flank here on the left, top side. Rhino, pretty much center. Lizard on the building, so thematic. And just to the right of him is Kingpin. So just leaving Daredevil left to be dropped down. Meanwhile, on Raine's side, right down the middle is Rhino. Kingpin on his right. Bullseye on the left. And currently looking at what Luke Cage is going to do. Yes, by myself today. Hello, hello, Sketchy Doctor. Good to see you. And let's see, where Luke Cage goes down just a little bit to the left of center where Rhino is. And Daredevil goes down on the left of the Polar side. But where the, oh yeah, with the ninjas just next to him. And that leaves Daredevil as well. Interesting that both of them drops Daredevil last. I'm curious about that. Curious because I set it up a little bit differently. On the other hand, I don't really play ever into the Senators. It's not so common anymore. All right, here come the ninjas. Just to the left of center. And Daredevil goes down to the right of center. Now, Raine's got his a bit spread apart from each other, whereas Polar's put his two together. There's no deception on the table, so you don't necessarily have to keep them together. But they are useful together. You know, once you get the spender online, they provide more dice to attacks and so forth. So, all right, but it looks like the guys are going. Not sure they realize how to start their clocks, though. They started the main clock, but not the... Oh, there we go. We've got the other clock going. So they finished deployment and start clock. Cool. Oh, let me zoom in. What am I doing? There we go. Yeah, we're going to do a bit of an overhead display this time because of the buildings, I think. All right, ninjas go forward. They're going to grab the first set of senators. And they can... Ooh, do they hand them off? Yeah, they must have handed it off to whom, though? Who got it? Wait. Oh, they did give it just to Daredevil. Okay. So they move forward, which is an action, and then they can spend an action to hand it off to somebody within 3 and then disappear. They get knocked out. So that got done, and it got given to Daredevil, who then decided to move forward. And... Oh, sorry. Who got the... So he just picked up a senator. Who did they turn it to? Bullseye. Sorry. They turned the ninjas handed it off to Bullseye here. And then Daredevil moved forward and picked up his own. Nice one. All right. Yeah, PHP solo. It was a really last minute thing. Figured it out just like the last hour before I got going. And no Huggy. I know everyone's upset there's no Huggy Bear. Somebody have I streamed with before is listening to this live. Feel free to message me. We'll get you into the stream. But Huggy Bear is living his best life on an extended Scandinavian summer holiday / vacation. So he is not even near a computer, let alone ready to stream. All right. So it looks like Raine wants to do something similar. He's going to get these ninjas to grab the same, sort of the equivalent extract like Polar did. And then I'm going to guess it's going right over to Bullseye, which is kind of funny, but let's see. Yep. Could go either way. And let's see if Luke Cage gets it. Or if it's Bullseye. It's got to be Bullseye, right? If everybody else is like, that's like Bullseye's thing. Playing catch with the ninjas. A lot of measurements over to that secure for some reason. Let's see who got the piece. Oh, it did go to Luke Cage in the end. Went to Luke Cage in the end. All right. Yeah, I can't see the colors terribly well, Peter. So it looked close to me, and I couldn't tell if the colors switched or not. So anyway, Daredevil then goes and picks up the middle one as well. So he's on the other side of the Daredevil. Charmer Cork. Not only am I playing, I'm not playing at the Crisis at the Cafe. This is our London tournament, the 29th of July. 3 tickets left. 3 tickets left. I won't be playing because I'll be running it, and such a big tournament that I usually play. I have a gracious enough community that lets me play, even though I'm running the events. But with so many more people coming, with a 32-person event, I thought it'd be better for me to just focus on running it, unless there's a buy. So if there's an odd number of people, I will play, but otherwise I won't. Yes, yes, sir. I wasn't at the last one in June because we were up in Stockport, kicking ass and taking names. So I'm sorry I missed you. I hope you're coming in July. I will be there one way or the other. Okay, Lizard has moved forward and picked up another of those home senators. Let me ask the guys which leaderships did they take. Which leadership did you take? Hopefully this doesn't bother them too much. I really don't like disturbing people in the middle of their games. All right, Charmer Cork, good to see that you're coming to the event. And you too, Rice Man, love it. 3 tickets left, guys, and lots of prizes. I don't know if you saw all the prize support that I put up, but I delineated today what we're going to be giving away and managed to get quite a few nice things that are unique to the country, so I'm happy about that. Polar took Kingpin, and so did Raine. So both are playing Kingpin. Now, Polar can do all according to... No. That's a different card. I was going to say he's not able to switch. That's versatile strategy. So both are going to stick with Kingpin. Rhino went ahead and picked up one senator all the way here on the top right. And now Kingpin is going to go ahead and sit on that secure and score points there. Next to the hot dog stand. He's going to eat hot dogs while he's waiting. Nice. So that should mean who's got extracts in Polar side? Lizard, Daredevil, and Bullseye. It's not showing up on the Daredevil overhead display, but he's got one. And then it's Rhino, Daredevil, and Luke Cage on Raine's side with extracts. Bullseye, without an extract, moves up to take this canister here at the bottom right, hiding behind a size 4 building. He's going to be heavily, he's so safe there. He's just going to be having dumpling takeout and waiting for this game to be over while he's scoring points for his leader. And then we got Polar's Rhino running up. Looks like he's going to go for that other secure. Yeah. So the double Rhinos up there at the secures. All right. And Polar, careful to keep outside of 3 of the imposter Rhino from Canada. The Sasquatch Rhino. Raine's moving Kingpin. Looks like he's going to move him up. Kingpin's going to casually climb on top of this building. Hopefully he doesn't get his suit too dirty. And then go ahead and grab that secure. So it's like such a mirror image, this game. Look at this. Kingpin's on opposite sides here. Bullseye's on opposite sides. Daredevil's squared off in front of each other. Wild. Oh, this Bullseye is going to make a move. Where is he going? This is the Bullseye with an extract. Maybe he's going to go hide behind the ale house. Oh no, he's just going to leave him right there in the middle. Interesting. Oh, he can only move once because he's got a senator. That's why. Same for Luke Cage, who doesn't get to contest as a result, but is hiding behind the size 4 restaurant. Well, there we have it. Round 1 in the books. And it looks like points are going to be right down the middle. High scoring game. There's 10 points on the table every round. Fast game. So each is going to have 5 points. And we'll move on to round 2 with Polar. Polar having, what do you call it? Priority. That's what you call it. It's been a nice day today. We've had a lot of wind yesterday, a bit some today, but sometimes the sun was coming out today and it was really nice. We did a lot of walking today with the dog. It was really great. I was reading an article on the train, actually, on the way home, and it was a big article about Mr. Beast, the most important, the most popular YouTuber on YouTube by like miles. And I feel like I'm the Mr. Beast of MCP, is the way I feel about it after reading that article. I'm doing all the same things, just on a much smaller scale. But that's okay, because it's MCP. Mr. Beast doesn't do anything with MCP, so you don't get any MCP content from Mr. Beast, but you do from me, Dr. Norbert. So stick with me, people. Maybe I'll be able to give away something of some value at some point. Maybe I'll hit Chewy up for some of his YouTube money now that he's become a YouTube partner affiliate. Yeah, I'm going to give you all the dollars, Peter. All the dollars that I have from this streaming operation, I will be able giving out. I should do that. I should do giveaways for $0. You still get it. It's a giveaway, but it's 0 instead of a lot. Okay, so Polar is elected to move Daredevil here to the right, off the car, basically making it all safer, clustering a bit about on the secures, which is imagine is what's going to be happening now, is that people are going to cluster to one side or the other for the secures. Here's Raine moving his in the same fashion. It's literally like a mirror match, like actual mirror. One thing moves and the other thing moves as well. And what is Bullseye going to do? Remember, he can only move once. The building in front of Luke, this one is size 4 here on the right. The dumpling restaurant, size 5 on the left. And then, yeah, it looks like Bullseye wants to join the party. Let's see. Nope, he's changed his mind. He's going to move Kingpin instead. We're thinking about it. Thinking about, can he get that other secure? I don't think you can. Even after moving up like that. I don't think he can with just 2 short moves. All right. This Bullseye here is just going to... Remember, this is the Bullseye with the extract, and he's going to be hiding behind that size 5 building. And I'll bet he's going to sit there and collect a paycheck all game and do nothing else. Who's that next then? It's over to Raine. Chocolate Rain. Is that the name of that song that kid did with the deep voice? Chocolate Rain or something Rain? Somebody sing it for me. We've got Raine's moving his Rhino away. He does have an extract, but he's moving him away from the rest of the action, but still tackling that secure. All right, and that's it, because he can only move once. Eddie doesn't have enough power to start doing his stampede. Lizard Man also going to the far corner. What's going on here? Lizard Man only can make one move, so that's where he's going to move. Maybe the idea here is to park people with extracts as far away as possible on secures because they can't move very far, and then have the other ones free to try to whittle down the other team. I don't know. That's it for Kingpin. Or Lizard, sorry, Lizard. Okay. Oh, Bullseye on Raine's side just went ahead and ticked himself off. It's a free activation. So he didn't activate, essentially. Ticked himself off because he's in a good spot there, hiding behind that building. crazy. The way this map is set up on top of the crises is just so bizarre, because it is giving loads of hiding places. Let's see. So Polar's got Kingpin and Rhino left, so it looks like he's messing around with Rhino here. And decides to move closer to the other Rhino, but staying outside of 3. Polar's Rhino does not have an extract, so he could actually make 2 moves. So maybe he is going within 3. Yep. There's the attack. Thank you, Polar, for using the nice arrows with the tab key. And he gets not a bad hit. 3 hits with a crit. Ooh, no saves, though. Yikes. So that's 3 hits going straight through. Oh, with damage reduction makes it 2 damage. And then he gets to place within 1. And he's got loads of power, so he'll be able to use his card if he wants to now. Except that Kingpin's pretty good at beating people up sometimes. Let's see if he plays the card, but it looks like he is. Oh no! First, because of the damage, he gets to... Raine gets to do aggressive. So he is going to put himself in an awkward place to be thrown, I'd imagine, from This Is a Robbery. Interesting. He had to go forward. He couldn't go backwards, so he couldn't get outside of This Is a Robbery range. Let's see if he actually pulls it off. Is it going to be a robbery? Yep, sure enough. Here comes the throw as part of the card. I haven't seen the exchange yet, but I think it's going to happen now. Ooh, but thank you, Rob. Rob Reed's mentioning about the fact that he has the power to mission objection. So he might be able to just toss this to... But he can't toss it to Kingpin, Rob, unless it's already happened. Because you can only have 1 at a time. Maybe it's already happened. We'll see. Not sure what happened here. Looks like the gentlemen are trying to settle it themselves. That's Rhino done, so maybe he didn't play the card? Not sure, because you would have thought he would have thrown him. Or maybe that's just the maybe what... Yeah, I haven't seen Raine actually flip his mission objective card over yet, though. Peter, you're asking if the throw requires the drop of the objective. It does, but even with mission objective, it is first dropped, and then I think you pass it on to somebody. Let me take a look if I see it here. Here's mission. Oh, say when they would drop it, they may spend 2 to play this card. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't actually drop per se. I mean, it would, but then it gets moved. But you still get to throw because the card was still legal to use at the time. You don't think so? All right, people are disagreeing with me. I'm not sure myself. Let me see. This is a robbery. The chosen character drops any objective token it is holding. Rhino then throws the chosen character. Seems like it still happens, but maybe it's because it isn't actually dropped because of mission objective. But he didn't use mission objective anyway, guys. But maybe good question for somebody who knew better than me, whether that's the case or not. Okay, Kingpin has meanwhile decided to start beating up Polar's Rhino and has done well. He's done 4 out of 7 hit points so far. Yikes. And stunned him. Oof. Oh, God. I think he hit him again for an extreme amount of damage. Good God. 5. Oh, my God. 5. See, folks, Rhino is not terribly durable. Do not just send him into stuff expecting him to survive. Peter says he's seen the token move from Rhino to Kingpin. All right, fair enough. And because he didn't actually get thrown, maybe that is indeed what the ruling is, that if you don't actually pass it, you don't throw the pet character. Oh, that sucks. Okay, and Polar lost Rhino for his troubles. Yikes. Polar's back up again after that Kingpin getting beating up Rhino, and now Polar's moving his Kingpin once, I'd imagine. Or maybe this is twice already. Could be twice already. And he is already contesting on top of that building, so maybe he'll stay there. And he throws Bullseye off the point. Bullseye is already activated, so he won't be able to get back on it. And currently nobody's on there. And in fact, but Luke Cage can still go, so he'll be able to contest it. Ooh, but is he gonna drop? Yeah, he's gonna pass off his. He's gonna pass off his extract to Bullseye using the Kingpin leadership ability. Nice. Now he's free to move twice if he wants. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and move on to the point. And attack Kingpin. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So Raine's got 4 extracts. It's 2 hits with a crit. Crit rolls into nothing, into 2 saves. Kingpin is fine. And those 2 guys are going to nullify control since they both have Kingpin abilities. Lizard is going to score that 1 point. And at the top, it's Raine owning that point. Nobody owning this one. Huh. So Secures is 1-1. And it looks like 3. I think there's 1 extract that's not showing in the overhead display. I think it's Daredevil on Polar's side. So yeah, they go up 9-9 each. Wow. Man, these guys are blowing through this game, mirroring each other on points. Amazing. All right. As Peter's pointing out, now that Polar's Rhino at the top has been injured, he no longer counts for 2. So he's going to start seeding that area up there. That whole area up there, I can imagine they're going to beat up Rhino some more and then move over to that other point and just own the top part of the board. But we shall see. Polar has priority again. And he's playing Shadow Organization. So this is where each Crim character, has to be Crim, pays 2 power, and then you can only attack them within 2. So Bullseye took it, Rhino took it, and Kingpin took it. I am a bit confused about those choices. Like Kingpin, I don't understand why he would want it, except to maybe guard against Bullseye a little bit. Might be worth it. Daredevil has stealth, so sometimes not the greatest thing to use on him either, although I have used it on Daredevil. And then who else? Oh, Bullseye. Bullseye's hiding. Interesting. Oops. Looks like Kingpin's throwing Gronkos. Or is that Rhino? No, sorry, it's Rhino. Rhino throwing it into somebody, which Raine just braces. All right, so Polar's got 2 actions with Rhino at the top there. Let's see what he does. Used his robbery card. No, I'm not sure. Maybe checking out where Stampede gets him. If he were to attack Kingpin. Not sure. Dice are being rolled. I'm guessing it's Kingpin. Not a good hit. 1 hit into 2 saves with crits. Yeah, must have been Kingpin. Then he's on the other side of Kingpin, which is such a fun ability, being able to place within 1. He stampedes into that car. Gonna eliminate that car. Yep. And he has 1 action left. He attacks Luke Cage or Daredevil. Let's see. One of the 2. Nice hit. 4 hits, including a crit. Crit rolls into another hit. So that's 5 hits into just 1 save. Question is, who is it? It was Daredevil. Oh, sorry, it'd be 2 saves then because of the blanks counting. So 3 out of 6 on Daredevil. And Rhino gets to move again. And just hangs out in the back. Safe from Luke. Okay. That's Rhino. Polar's Rhino done. Over to Raine. The top has been completely abandoned. Wow. What's the play here now? Maybe try to take down Polar's Kingpin? Yeah, or as Peter's saying, will Rhino from the top come down and beat up Polar's Daredevil? That'd be funny. Big move on Raine's part here. Needs to figure out what he's going to be doing down here to maximize the potential. So he doesn't have people going to the top start messing around with his free part of the table. All right. Looks like maybe Daredevil. Yep, Daredevil going into Polar's Raine. Let's see how many dice he's thrown. Is it just 3? Anyhow, he's only rolled 1 hit, which Rhino saves, but it does bring the ninjas back in. The ninjas get to attack straight away. They do 2 hits, but into 2 saves. Nothing. Oh, 3 hits. Didn't do anything, really. Okay, now that the ninja's here, Daredevil then goes and pays for his spender, which benefits with extra dice if the ninja's nearby. And still just a physical attack on this side of Daredevil's card. He rolls, unfortunately, just 3 hits, and there's 1 save with damage reduction, so 2 go through. Polar's Rhino didn't score any damage? What? Yikes. There's no damage. Wow. That was bonkers. Ugh. Daredevil does this sometimes. He is a little bit frustrating that way. 4 hits into 5 defense. Oh, gosh. That's what it was. Sorry, I got it backwards. 4 hits, but into 5 defense. Oh, my goodness. Both of them did really well. Sadly, no damage. That's the worst. You feel so great when you roll those huge hits, and then the other person rolls a massive defense roll, and you're like, okay. Polar moves his Daredevil just a little bit further down onto the secure. And now it's Raine. Raine moving his Rhino over to that undefended point. Go ahead and hang out and just get paid. Just get paid. Why work hard? That was crazy, that hit. I'm just still looking at these dice. 4 hits into 5 saves. Good God. Okay, that's it for the Rhino, and then it looks like Bullseye. Bullseye's going to keep running away. Probably running away from that Rhino. So he's just going to hang. Whoa. Little readjustment there. He's done. That leaves Luke Cage, Bullseye, and Kingpin on Raine's side. It looks like he's activating Kingpin just to put him in a slightly better position on that secure. And he's done. Over to Polar, he's got Lizard and Kingpin left. Lizard holding an extract, so he's not going to be able to get into the fight. These buildings are really problematic for the players. Looks like he might be taking Polar, Lizard. Lizard moves his 1 action forward. And I don't think he can see Luke Cage, so even with his range 3 attack, he can't really attack anybody. Ooh, did he move the extract to somebody? He moved the extract to someone with Kingpin's leadership ability and gets to move again. So he moves the second time onto the secure. Interesting. Who got it? To Kingpin. Moved it to Kingpin. Okay. So yeah, the display is really annoying because it's not showing the fact that Daredevil has a token as well. So still 3-3 on the extracts. It's all about secures at this point. And Lizard's on the point. He does count for 2, so nobody owning that secure at the moment. That leaves Bullseye and Luke Cage. A lot of interesting moves of the extracts with the leadership ability. I don't see that terribly often, but I guess with so many extracts on the table, it's more easy to happen. I wonder what Mr. Beast would do now. Probably give something away. All right, let's do it. Let's do a giveaway. I'm going to give internet dollars, some internet coins to the first person in the chat who types F. Free internet intercoins from me, the Mr. Beast of MCP. There you go, Peter. Welcome. You got it. You're the big winner. You win all the internet coins that we have here on the show. Good job. Congratulations. Post about it on your social medias. Get my numbers up. Yeah, Peter, you'll be able to eat for free at Adepticon next year with all that coin I just gave you. Raine trying to figure out where he wants to go with Luke Cage. Does he beat up Kingpin or does he move out of this comfortable place hiding behind the dumpling restaurant? Oh, my wife and I had some Vietnamese food just now. This is for a Sunday roast, in quotes, roast. We were blessed to be in a, we're very fortunate to be in a area nearby a Vietnamese community, and there's loads of great Vietnamese restaurants, and I had a fantastic meal just now. It was so yummy. Okay, I think Luke Cage is attacking Lizard. 4 hits into 3 saves means 1 damage goes through. And he does it again. Ooh, nice one. 4 hits into just 1 save with damage reduction means 2 go through. And he gets staggered. That must have been the spender. Nice one. Gosh, look at all those wilds. He's right. Let's take a look at that. Where's Luke Cage? There he is. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's just from his normal attack. Double wilds gives you a stagger. Interesting. Gosh, I haven't played him in a while, so I'd forgotten that he has that. It's hard to pull off, but man, he had no problems today. All right. Kingpin looks like he's going to go beat up Luke Cage a bit. Woo, nice hit. 4 hits with 2 crits. Crits roll into another hit, so that's 5 hits into... Oh, fantastic save again. Look, for the love of God. That's 4 saves. Amazing. Does get stunned and takes 1 damage after all that. And I guess thrown or pushed. One of the two. Looks like they're fixing... Lizard's base was a bit overlapping Luke's, so they're fixing that now. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then Luke getting thrown, I guess. Must have been a headbutt. Got thrown straight back. Boop. Nice. Leaves 1 more action on Kingpin. And he elects to move onto the point. Maybe. Maybe not. I guess he stays up there. But he's still contesting the point. Bullseye, keep in mind, has to move forward to attack Kingpin anyway, because he's got that special Shadow Organization card up there. Yeah, he was on the point already, Peter. I was just wondering if he was deciding to move down or not, but anyway. All right, here's Bullseye. He has range on Lizard. So here comes the attack. Nice hit. Good God. These guys are rolling some bonkers dice. It's 4 hits into just 1 save plus damage reduction. So 2 go through. Lizard's on 5 out of 6 and bleeding. And then Bullseye elects to use his second action to move towards the point. Let's see if he gets contesting it. Oh, hit and run. Let's see. There's the move. And he does contest. Wow. And he patched up Daredevil. So Daredevil's on full health now. So, that's everybody. Wow, another blitzy round. Round 3 done. Points go up. Gosh. 14-14. These guys are crazy. This is such a crazy match. 14-14. And we're like 45 minutes into this match. Amazing. All right. Polar has priority. Wow. This is the crucial round, unless they tie again. Let's see what Polar can do. People are hoping, thanks Rob, people are hoping that Lizard starts throwing stuff since Brace is offline. Peter is suggesting that this bottom right secure is where the action is at. Whoever wins this one kind of wins the game. Let's see. What's Polar's big move? What's he going to do? And Mr. Beast doesn't have this kind of tension on his shows. Okay. Looks like the ninjas are going to go ahead and attack. Wait. No. Rhino, rather, wants to attack Bullseye. But I think I might have gotten taunted onto Luke Cage instead. Oh my god. 4 blanks in 1 hit. Ugh. Yeah. So, Luke Cage took the hit, took no damage. And now Rhino's going to bounce over there. Yep. All right. Place is there. Let's see who he... what's his second action? He does a spender. So stampedes. So I didn't mean spender. He spent power. And now he's stampeding with his superpower. Get rid of Logan's motorcycle in the process. Logan shouldn't be leaving his motorcycles around like that. This is bound to happen. And now is going to attack Daredevil. No, sorry, Bullseye. Bullseye. Oh. Is that Heroes for Hire? Yep. I think he's paying for Heroes for Hire. Yep. So Luke gets to move within 1 of Bullseye and then takes the hit. And good hit. 4 hits with a crit. Crit rolls into nothing. 2 saves. Plus damage reduction. So it's just 1 goes through. Good old Luke Cage. Always just taking 1. And now he gets to... No, does he get to throw Rhino? I don't think so, right? Because he doesn't get to throw size 4s. And now Rhino gets to move within 1 of Luke Cage. Where he doesn't get to fit in next to the house, so he has to kind of move over here. Or there. Somewhere around Luke Cage. Mid-table obscurity. I don't think it matters too much that Rhino can't get on this point because he's injured, right? So he really doesn't count with all these big Kingpin healthy players. What's going on now? Maybe a throw? Yeah, sure enough. He's going to throw the size 4 Dumpling House into Luke Cage. Ooh, and Luke Cage only saves 1. Damage reduction 1 means out of the 5, he takes 3, but he's still not dazed. 5 out of 6 hit points. Wow, that 1 save managed to really save him, so to speak. Otherwise, he'd have been dazed straight away, which would have been pretty disastrous for Raine. Yeah, I think Cage did actually gain more power than he should because he's stunned. He's only getting 1 at a time. Yeah, ignored the stun. That's a shame. Because that'll make a big difference now. I think it's Bullseye into Lizard. Yeah, Bullseye will just polish him off with his automatic damage. So he does that automatic damage, even though he didn't actually roll enough dice to damage. Yeah, PHP Chrono, it's good to... I point that out too. When people are incinerated or if they have stunned, I just mention it. And I'm happy for other people to mention it to me. I forget as much as everybody else too. So it's good to help remind each other about these things. So that's, I think that's Lizard down. Yeah, PHP, I know what you mean. You do it so you don't forget. It's true. I do the same thing. I got so much on my mind trying to play these games and keeping stuff straight. I gotta a lot of times verbalize it or else it doesn't actually click. I'm not sure what the debate is about Lizard. I'm pretty sure he should best be dazed. But maybe they're talking something else through. Maybe they're taking a toilet break. You never know. Humans be humans. That's how it is. I've been having a great time with season 11. Season 11 turned out to be a really fun season. Lots of fun activity, rosters that we've seen. A lot of interesting new faces. Loads of new faces, actually, which has been fantastic. And now we're getting to wrap this season up with the elimination rounds and go into a nice August summer holiday break. I mean, it's just ideal. It's been a really good year for MCP on TTS. Hope everybody enjoying it. All right, that's Lizard dazed. They finally figured out whatever they were talking about. Bullseye gets to do another action, and it looks like he's just gonna get out of there. So he doesn't get beaten up by Kingpin. That's it for Bullseye. Back over to Polar. He only has Daredevil, Kingpin, and Bullseye left. Bullseye is hiding over here on the left side of the screen. There he is. Kingpin, oof, so close to being able to attack Daredevil, but not quite enough. So Luke Cage it is, I'd imagine. Yes, Senators, if you're holding Senator, you can only make one move per turn, per activation PHP. Peter, what are you asking? You're saying, can Shadowland Daredevil displace? I don't know what you mean. All right, Polar's Kingpin is doing a spender into Luke Cage. Oh, can he, Daredevil push or throw people? He cannot. He can do his baton snare and move short as part of the attack, but that's it. Oh, it's a throw. Kingpin decided to throw Luke Cage into Daredevil. Nice. Nice job, Polar. That was interesting. That means Luke takes the 1 damage, which we wanted, and Daredevil has to dodge 3 points. Now he's all patched up. Oh, God. And he saves all 3. Boop. No problem. Some dice out here today. Kingpin now has to decide, is he going to beam with his cane? Is he going to do a cane laser? Oh, that's when you're desperate. Although with Daredevil, he has only in quotes 3 energy defense dice, so maybe it's okay. Here he goes. Let's see how lucky Kingpin is. This could help Polar stay in the match. 2 crits. Looks like 2 saves, and the crit rolls into 1 more damage. So it's 3 into 2 saves. Oh no, 3 saves. So nothing again. Oh man, these defense dice have been hot. 1 hit into 1 save. Nothing. Kingpin blows it. That was his moment. He wasn't the real Kingpin. He's just a fat impersonator. Get out of here, Tubby. You're no Kingpin. go to those auditions for the Penguin in the new Batman film. You'd be welcome there. All right, back over to Raine. He's got Rhino at the top, and oh, maybe he activated his Kingpin just now, so maybe back over to Polar. Yep, that's probably what happened. So Polar is going to move Shadowland Daredevil one action forward. And what's he going to do? All he has range on Daredevil. Well, he's got stealth, so he can't even attack Daredevil. What's he going to do? Oh, he passed he passed the Senator onto Kingpin, and now he's going to move again. I guess guarding that point? Yeah, sure enough. Wow. Interesting, Polar. Nicely done. Can't do the attacks, but you're going to be doing some clever scenario play. Oop, changed his mind. What's going on? Oh, sorry. He passed it on to Rhino, not Kingpin. Thank you, Peter. But why did he move away now? Why did he leave a hole for the other Daredevil to come into the secure? I'm not sure. Anyhow, maybe to stay outside of range of the attacks. That's probably it. Over to Raine. He's got Rhino and Daredevil still to go. PHP, what do you mean? Actually, about DC and Batman, that last Batman film, which was wonderful, absolutely fantastic. Is that going to be like a one-off, or is that going to be part of Gunn's new take on Batman going forward? Because it's interesting now, because The Flash came out after that Batman film, and The Flash used the older Batmans and didn't mention the new one at all. He used the Peter Burton Batman, and it had a little bit of oh, what's the fella from Good Will Hunting? Not Matt Damon, the other guy. He was in the film. Yeah, the one with the vampire bro. I forget his actor's name. Yeah, Peter thinks nobody knows. Thank you. Keaton and Affleck. Yeah, Keaton and Affleck were the Batmen that were in the Flash film, which I hear got panned, but I went to see it and I thought it was great. I thought it was really nice. I mean, nothing outstanding, but it was still good. Whereas the Batman film before the Flash, just called The Batman, was so good. It was so good. I love that movie. I watched it like 3 times, and I never watch films a second time. And I keep replaying the beginning scene on YouTube at the when they're in the subway scene. Oh, it's so good. It's perfect Batman for me. All right. Looks like Raine is activating his Daredevil. So he's moving the ninjas forward, away from the action. And then moving Daredevil. And they have a token. So they were given a token, probably through a Kingpin leadership. And it must have been Daredevil's, actually. And Daredevil decides to double move onto the back point to score that secure. Nice. Really nice. That's really nice. Very clever. Whew. I think the gentlemen are trying to figure out the points with this last move by Bullseye. Bullseye is going to move and contest that point. Oh, I don't think he can, because he can only move. He can only move once. Oh no! Oh, he's outside of 1. Oh no! Oh man, how crazy was this round? He's gonna throw a dagger at Daredevil. Uh, Not gonna do it. He's done 2 hits into 2 saves. Not even a point of damage. But Daredevil. Oh, he takes 1 automatically, but he just takes 1. Wow. Wow, what an ending. How crazy was that? I'm trying to figure out what the points are, just for posterity purposes. It looks like 3 extracts. Does Raine have 3 extracts as well? I assume he does. Let's see. Yeah. So you're right, Peter. Thank you. So Raine will get 6 points and Polar will get 4. So wow, look at that. All right. Well, that is a fast game. That went us over in just about an hour. So many points on the board. You got to imagine that's going to happen. That's the game. I'm going to jump into their channel and see if I can say hello. Where's the channel? There we go. Please don't. Okay, good.
Kingpin leadership kind of gets
Hello.
reverse. Hello.
Thank you guys for letting us stream tonight. Really fun game. Super fast game as well. So much fun to watch.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tell me, I mean, this was amazing. I was glad to actually play Shadowland Daredevil because it was a mirror match and you both were using it, obviously. Let's start with you, Polar. What was your game plan going into this? Because you saw a roster, roster that was very similar to yours, both in characters and crises.
Well, I saw he had the exact same secures, so I could use my extracts.
Yep.
And usually, mutant has worked because either ninjas can go get the far one if no one stands to have range for to shoot them down, and Shadowland can get another one, or ninjas can take one and put it to another character, like they did in this game. But he could do the same thing, so that kind of matched out. Yeah, that was pretty much the plan on Xanatos General. That's Xanatos.
So, was the game going basically had you expected it, or was there some problem that you came across that you felt was holding you back from the win?
Rhino going to the I guess for him it's the right.
Yeah.
Secures instead of just staying in the middle trying to steal something. And the I didn't know you could mission objective and not get the throw off of this robbery. So
yes,
I thought you'd still get the throw. So that kind of is a problem.
Yeah. So Raine, we were debating that as well, and I took a look at both cards, text, and it seems like with mission objective you don't actually drop it is the problem. Is that why?
Yeah. You don't actually drop it. You just another character just bolts it.
Yeah. Yeah, nasty, because not only you figure at least you get the throw out of it, but otherwise you just completely just burn the card altogether with no effect which kind of blows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought that's why he also had mission objective. Like, because it kind of cancels Rhino out, like the card.
Yep. Sure. So, one other question, real quick, Polar. You didn't use Mystique, but we noticed that her deception card is restricted now, and you didn't have it in your roster. Can you talk to us a little bit about your thought process there?
That was pretty much because I just realized that it had gotten restricted.
Oh.
Like 2 minutes before the game, so had to switch something up, and sacrifice works on the right crises better.
Yep. Would you have taken Mystique in this matchup had you had Deception available to you?
Yes, probably instead of Lizard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So AMG's rebalancing mattered quite a bit here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Always good to hear from you, Polar. I'm sorry that you got this far, though. Getting into the Sweet 16 is no small feat with the level of competition in these leagues now. So congratulations on getting this far.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. Are we going to see you at the WTC in Copenhagen?
Yeah, I'm planning to come.
Fantastic. Looking forward to saying hello to you. All right, Raine. I wanted to, I don't know if you know this, but we actually managed to wrangle a Canadian onto the United Nations team for the WTC.
Oh, who's going?
Yeah, it's the fellow's name is, I don't know his real name. His handle is Rabble Rouser.
Sure. Yeah, never heard of him.
He was one of the people, because he messaged me a while back about this. He was one of the people trying to organize the Forest City Classic, a 2-day kind of mini convention event that unfortunately
Yeah.
didn't happen. But he's a fella who's doing that, if you know him by that means.
Roger that. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of going to, actually.
Okay. Well, he's coming now. Are you come? Oh no, you're Canadian, so you're not the one Canadian. So sorry.
I'm not the one Canadian yet. No.
But congratulations on the big win here. You're doing great. Amazing game with 10 points on the board. It was flying by and neck the entire time. The tension was just incredible on this one. What were you thinking when you put your roster together?
Like my roster overall?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the team you used today.
The team I used today. Yeah. So I wasn't thinking too much. Luckily, I played one night worth of practice for this game, and I happened to play against a guy named Mark T, who's a Kingpin player, and he brings Senators, which was literally my first time ever playing Senators. And I learned a lot about how Senators works with Kingpin from that one game, and I tried to apply it here a bit. And so Shadowlands coming out to take the double points and throwing one back with the hand ninjas was definitely one of the things I learned. And then obviously you need Rhino to throw these giant size buildings and try to, this is a robbery somebody. And the rest is pretty standard. Luke Cage just heroes for hire someone and Bullseye to hold a point and do nothing.
Yeah. So a question for you both, actually, but we'll start with you, Raine. What is the logic of using Kingpin's leadership against instead of Daredevil's in this case?
Because my characters don't do what Shadowlands wants. Like if you were to bring a Shadowlands only list, you're probably having a lot of rapid fires and stuff, and I don't have that at all. So the rerolls won't really matter, and then his Kingpin leadership will matter. So I just end up losing. I think I would lose for sure if I brought Shadowlands leadership this game.
Got you. And you bring Daredevil even though you're using Kingpin's leadership because...
Right, because his hand ninjas offer a lot of extract play, and Shadowlands himself is incredibly tanky and works well with Kingpin's leadership, with the stealth and the blanks. But also he can do damage. He didn't this game, but like throwing 9 dice for a whopping 3 power is not too terrible.
Yeah, fair. Is that what you think as well, Polar, or do you have a different opinion?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Like, the reason I chose Kingpin was also because I saw he had a Kingpin, and if he was the only one with one, he'd pretty much win all the skewers.
Yeah. I learned the same lesson at the team tournament a few weeks ago now in Stockport, England. I tried to play Daredevil into a Kingpin list twice, with Mysterio, no less, in both instances. No, yeah, in both instances. It was Kingpin and Mysterio. Mysterio's a bastard to deal with. God damn. Anyhow, okay, cool. So, Raine, you kept it completely even the entire time, and in fact, I think, correct me if you feel differently, but when Kingpin had that massive attack into Rhino, dazing him on the right side of you, the top part of our screen, that must have really kind of turned the game for you because you just started to own that entire flank. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, 100% it did. It wasn't so much dazing him, because I would have preferred not to daze him. If I left him on 1 with a stagger, that would have been better for me, I think. So you can't just like run across the world and murder all my people.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely it was basically when I was able to miss an objective, the extract away that he was caught off guard by, that was like, okay, the game should be mine now. Like, barring a massive dice roll, it should be mine.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what happened. I mean, Polar had some amazing hits, actually, but then you would roll amazing defense dice on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy, actually. I saw it was like, what was it, 4 hits, and then it was 5 saves? I was like, what's going on? It's so funny.
Yeah.
Really, really great though. Okay, so I mean, once that happened, then you think any squeaker moments for you on the left side of your screen or the bottom of our screen rather? Yeah, was it?
I would imagine if I watched it back, there was probably some kind of play around these areas here. Like he surprised me by bringing Kingpin up and then pushing my guy away or throwing my guy away, and I was like, this guy, that's really good. That's a really good idea here.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what to do in response, so like, I was a little bit worried about that.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Polar, even though it was a tough spot for you here at the bottom of the screen, so your right hand side, I thought you did some really interesting moves that didn't involve attacks. That was really clever.
Well, that's pretty much the thing I do when I play Kingpin. Try to play around attacks, because most attacks, like usually, most attacks go wrong for me when I try them. This is probably the first time in like at least 20 games I've gone wild on Kingpin's builder. So
yeah, and Raine gets the double wild on Luke Cage's normal attack. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason why I was throwing that attack too.
Well, it worked out. All right, guys, thank you so much for letting us stream at the last minute. Appreciate you being so generous about that. Polar, sorry that you're going to have to see you go. It's been wonderful watching you progress during these leagues. You've done a great job so far, and I hope you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. And Raine, you're carrying the flag for Canada in this league, I think. I don't think there's another one.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I haven't really looked.
Yeah. Okay, but no pressure. It's fine. You're going into the top 8, so exciting times ahead of you.
For sure.
All right, cool.
Right now, the leading player is Canadian.
Who is it? What's the name?
Suzume.
Yeah, Suzume Kasa.
Oh, I didn't realize he was in Canada. I thought he was in the Midwest somewhere. Okay, fair enough. Cool. All right. Any last words, gentlemen, before we let you go?
No, thanks for streaming the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for streaming.
Absolutely, guys. Have a great rest of your days, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Take care.
Cool. And thanks everybody who was watching tonight. This was the end of another Sweet 16 game from the MCP TTS League Season 11 Elimination Rounds. We hope to see you in some of the top 8 games starting up this coming week. And until then, have a great night.